Welcome to Lunch with Lawrence, episode 9, featuring Deneen Wiggins, also known as Neen, and also known as the Look by Neen. How are you feeling this wonderful Monday afternoon?
I am feeling blessed.
Blessed. That is amazing. I am happy that you are here for episode 9, Deneen. Thank you.
No, thank you for having me. Like, this is an honor, so.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is your first time doing an interview?
Oh my God, yes, for sure.
How you feeling right now?
I'm happy, a little nervous, but, it's something that, it's.
Yeah. Well,
So.
listen, you are here. We're going to get this going. I'm excited to have you here. So let's talk about how we met. So I remember being in Columbus, training for a group home. To get licensed to start a group home.
Yes.
And I met you down there. You were with a friend. You were also in the same courses that I was in.
Yes.
And then we ended up everybody started talking about houses in the Cleveland market. And so we exchanged contact information. Did you ever do anything with the group home business?
I took all the classes, all the courses, and nothing ever came of it.
Man, same here. Same here. Listen, I was like really pumped up about doing it, but then when I had realized like I was doing it for the wrong reasons, I was thinking about the money and not more so about when you're in that type of business, you actually have to be like very hands-on with being a caretaker for all these different adults that come in. So for me, I didn't do it, but that's how we met. But when we had exchanged information, started following you on Instagram, and at the time I seen that you were in the hair industry. You had a studio.
Yes.
Right? And that studio was the Look
Studio.
The Look Studio. Okay.
Yes.
So let's take me back to your entrepreneurship journey. I'm not sure if that was like your first business endeavor, but like talk to me about what made you go into entrepreneurship.
Well, I was in my 30s.
Okay.
And
you were in your 30s?
Uh-huh.
Deneen, come on, stop playing, man. Deneen, stop playing. Deneen, you hold on. Deneen,
Yeah.
you look like you're about 20. You look like you're about 23, 24, Deneen.
I'll take that, thank you.
Okay,
But I'll be
all
45 next month, August 7th.
Wow, congratulations, Deneen. That's amazing. I'm turning 37. Actually in 2 days.
Oh my God.
So
yes.
and you
Okay,
can see
Cancer.
I look like I'm hitting 40 over here with the gray, but
We age gracefully.
we do. But come on, go ahead, talk to me.
I had like a life-altering tragedy that happened to me,
Okay.
and I was dealing with children. I was working in the dental field,
Okay.
and so I took time off, and it was just going back into that. I wasn't myself. I wasn't the person that I was or whatever when I left and when I had that tragedy happen to me. So I didn't want to deal with that, and I was like, well, what is it that you like to do? You don't want to work for anybody. Like, you come into this place or whatever, you're unhappy. Yeah. And hair.
Yeah.
So I turned to hair, and this was in 2010.
What made you turn to hair though? What was it about hair?
Well, I always had to.
Okay.
Coming up and with a family and you don't have money or whatever the case may be, you're responsible for your sister, you're responsible for your cousin, you're responsible for, family members or, whomever else.
Yeah.
And so I've always been passionate about beauty, just, looking the part. Yeah. And so when that happened, I decided I don't want to work for anyone else. I want to make my own rules. I want to dress how I want to dress when I go to work. Yes. I want to look good. I want to make people look good. I want people to feel good about themselves. Yes. And so 2010, I decided I went to a school. I came out in 2011. 2012, I was working for a stylist, and I was on commission.
Okay.
And I did commission for like 2 years or maybe a year and a half. Mm-hmm. Once I came off commission, it was like I was kind of forced into going into like a suite. Okay. And I was paying like $280 a week. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm a new stylist. This is a lot, but it's a nice salon. So I want to, I just kept doing it and kept doing it. Yeah. So then the math started kicking in. Like, well, if you're paying her this kind of money, you should just go ahead and try to do your own thing. Mm-hmm. So for a year, I went to a kind of lower price studio, and I stayed there for a year. Started banging out hair. I was selling weave. Didn't even have the weave in my hand, but I had the clientele. Kept buying hair, finding hair, buying it, and doing these specials.
Yeah.
I was doing like $300, 3 bundles for $300, and stacked all my money, stacked it for like a year. And then I was talking to somebody on social media, and she had this beautiful studio, and it was in Woodmere.
Okay.
And I said, "Wow, how did she get that?" You know, but it was in like a office building.
Okay.
So it was an office space.
Yeah.
So when I complimented her on her space and congratulated her, I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to have something like that, something of my own." And so she gave me the contact information,
That's
Janelle
dope.
J Blink.
Okay.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
And so I contacted the realtor that she dealt with, and the next week I had my keys.
Man, that's major. Okay.
The landlord was willing to let me build out. So me and my husband, we went and found like all the flooring, all the wall. We did everything. We reached out to contractors, but when we found out how much it would be, it just made more sense because I'm a hands-on person.
So DIY. DIY. Do it yourself.
If I could do it myself, I don't want your help. I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So we did everything that we needed to do. I bought all my equipment.
Nice.
I didn't take out any loans or anything. Like, he didn't even help me.
Like,
he was just like, "This is yours. Like, you gotta, So I did it.
Yeah.
And 2019, I think it was maybe June of 2019, I opened my doors, and it was just me and another female that I had been friends with for a while.
Okay.
And she brought in another young lady. They were doing nails. I was the only hairstylist. And but I had enough chairs or whatever for 3 other stylists, and possibly another nail tech or whatever. So I hired a few people that I used to work with in the past. So that worked for a while. Fast forward all the way up into 2020 when the pandemic hit, and I had to close. We had to shut down. We were forced to shut down.
Yeah.
And it was, it was fun. Everything up until then was fun until the landlord just started being a butt, and he wanted that money, and it was just like I couldn't force them to, pay rent, and we can't even open. So once we were able to open, we came back, things were going good, and I wasn't having fun anymore. During the pandemic, I found out that I love working out. I had nothing else to do.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that.
Yes.
So hold on, stop right there.
Okay.
Stop right there. So we're gonna get into that. So you opened the Look Studio wasn't open until 2019?
No, it opened. Yeah, I opened. 2000. No, I'm sorry, not 2019.
Well, the studio, but you were doing hair way before then.
I started in 2011.
2011. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
2011 or whatever, and I literally stopped in 21.
Wow. So just last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this year.
But that's a nice run. That was a good run.
It was. And, what I found was, micromanaging and, being a boss of someone else, if you've never done it, it can become unfriendly.
Yeah.
And it takes, like with me, like I feel like I'm a friendly person to a fault, and it's like I try to, see the bigger side and, try to help people. And sometimes people take advantage. And they see the type of person that you are, and they just feel like, I can walk over her. I can do this. I can do that. And I don't like confrontation.
I'm the same way. Listen. We're at a place in our life where peace is so important. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants confrontation. So if it's not gonna bring me peace, I don't even want it. There's actually times where I would turn down business and turn down clients because, in my business I have a property management portion.
Yes.
And there are clients that would bring me some properties where even just talking to the client over the phone, I would get that feeling like this is going to be a headache to deal with this client. Do I want to deal with this headache even though the money may be good? What's more important, the money or my peace? And for me, it's always going to be peace over money.
The owner of the salon, when I first came out of the hair school, she always said that all money ain't good money. And so, you know, it would be times that I would turn down clients, or I would just, you know, service them the one time. And, you know, I had instances where they would be overly aggressive, and, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, so so I learned a lot from her going into my own business. I learned, you know, that I kind of like took advantage of like certain situations that, you know, were given to me, and I wasn't taking the business as serious as I should have. Up until when I moved into my own space, is where reality set in, and it was like, you know, this is not play. This is for real. Like if you want to succeed or whatever you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get into the fitness thing, because I definitely want to talk to you about that, because one, I just been seeing you on social media like killing it, you know, from watching your journey to like, for me. Okay, so me standing on the outside, all I seen was hair, and all of a sudden, I just seen Deneen working out every day. Like, she in the gym. Okay, she in the gym working out every day. Next thing you know, I seen Deneen training clients. I'm like, well, hold on.
Yes.
You know, but before we get into that, I remember you telling me about another business you started called Adrienne the Shell.
Yes.
So what was Adrienne the Shell?
Okay, so like I said, so I was stacking my money and I was doing all these things. So one part was, okay, so I've always been into fashion. So I took a portion of my little money, and I went down to LA.
Okay.
So I went to the fashion district, and I just bought everything that I thought that looked good on me.
Okay.
So you know, I was buying all this stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, it really did well. And it was at a time when in Cleveland it wasn't a whole lot of boutiques. It wasn't a whole lot of, you know. Social media was relevant, but it wasn't as it is now.
Right, yeah.
You know, every time you turn a page, you see somebody, you know, selling something. So I did really well with that. So I tried to, you know, when I initially started, I wanted to like just be different, and I started buying like higher end garments. And some would sell, some wouldn't. And so I said, well, I want to be different. But then people started asking for certain things. And when they started asking for certain things, it kind of changed the dynamic of where I wanted to go. So I wanted to be a higher end boutique. But then, you know, like they were asking for these items that were a little lower end. So when I would like do what they asked me, I would just be sitting with all this inventory retail. Yes. And I couldn't get rid of it. So now to this day, I still have a closet full or a garage full of just inventory that I never really got rid of.
I wonder if it's like still in style.
I'm pretty sure that I can get it all.
Listen, y'all, look at me. Deneen has inventory, and I'm pretty sure it's the high-end pieces?
Yes, high-end, middle end.
Listen, high-end, middle end, low end. She got some pieces, y'all, so tap in with her to make sure to ask her what she got. So we get rid of it. All right? Do a garage sale or something. Do a 50% off, you know what I'm saying, something.
And I feel like, you know, people are like, I put up sales before, but I feel like some people are just like afraid of, like, who is she? You know, it's just like, I get a lot of people who are afraid to approach me, and I don't get that. But yes, I'm approachable. Yes,
listen, she's approachable. Listen, okay, you see, she's here having lunch with Lawrence. Okay, she's here having lunch with Lawrence. She's definitely approachable.
Yes. So I did that until I, like I said, I decided this might not be
it.
what I want to do.
You have to find your thing. Yeah. And you know what I like about your stories that you're telling? Like, you got into something and you did it. And then when you realize that it's not for you,
Yeah.
move on to the next thing, which is fine.
And I don't take anything that I've ever done, because I've done tons of things. I've been in real estate, the dental field. Like, it's been so many things that I've done. And I don't take, like, if it doesn't work out, I don't look at it as a failure.
Right.
I look at it as God saying, like, yeah, honey, I got something else for you.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And the boutique thing, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
I love the shop, but it's just, I just give that to someone else.
Listen, and it's a lot of people that have boutiques, successful boutiques, that's going on. So I mean, it's not a bad business to get into. You just have to find your lane. You have to find what works for you.
Yeah.
And that's for any business.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So that was Adrienne the Shell. So we talked about the Look Studio. Mm-hmm. We talked about Adrienne the Shell. Mm-hmm. All right. So now that brings me to the Look lifestyle, okay? Mm-hmm. Because the lifestyle looks great. I see your clients in there. I see you doing your thing. Mm-hmm. This is the fitness journey that you got into. So let's talk about how you transition into that fitness journey.
The fitness journey, that was happening in 2016. Okay. I was like at a weight that I didn't even recognize myself.
Wow. And
it was due to things that, life changes, things that happen. Yeah. And it was like, that's not me. Yeah. So I started working out at least 5 days a week. I lost like 20 pounds on my own. Okay. And then I was like, well, I need help. I need to tone. Yeah. So I got me a personal trainer. Okay. And Lance, he was amazing. He moved to Dallas now. So he helped me tremendously. He helped me understand a lot of things about fitness, my body, nutrition, and things like that. And so I fell in love with it. 2016 through 2017, I was down maybe 30 pounds. And I had never been a heavy person. Yeah. My heaviest weight probably was like 166, maybe, at the heaviest. Yeah. I'm talking about 200 pounds, heavy. But I always carried my weight like in my lower half. Yeah, yeah. And so I fell in love with this, and then the waist trainers. I started wearing waist trainers, and I was like, well, wow. Well, maybe, I can get into, selling these waist trainers, because they really work, and I'm getting good results. Mm-hmm. And so continue to work out. Pandemic hit. I had so many people that was looking at me post all these videos on social media because I had nothing else to do. Every day, it was just like I would get up, I would look at YouTube videos, and I would just write out what routines that I was going to do. Yeah. And so I just kept putting these videos out there. I was aggravating everybody. I was doing hair at home, making wigs. I was doing videos or whatever for like, personal training. And I was just all over the place. But I had to have some sense of income because my salon, like I said, was shut down. Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to do. Yeah. So I ordered like 50 waist trainers. Some of each size. Yeah. And so I just kept pushing it. And so they started doing well. Amazing. At this time, the salon was still open. Okay. The salon was still open because we talking about 2020. Right. So the salon was still open. So I'm still doing hair. I'm still working out. I still have people asking me, can you train me? And I'm so shy, for real. Okay. For real. Like, I am like for real shy. Yeah. And so, so I took on a client. She was a stay-at-home mom. I took her on. Then I got like all these memberships at like 5 different gyms. Okay. So I was traveling from gym to gym to gym, training these people. Oh, you know what? What I forgot to mention.
What should we get? Talk to me.
I am certified. So I did a certification online during the pandemic. Okay. Okay. But people don't know that you don't have to be certified to train people.
You don't?
That's only if you want to go into a gym or something like that.
Okay, so if you're going into somebody's facility.
Somebody's facility or whatever, that's when you need to be, yeah.
But you're that.
Yes,
okay.
I'm certified.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
certified, yeah.
All right.
And so, so I was going to all these gyms, and one day, the one personal trainer at this particular gym, he came up to me and he said, you're not supposed to be doing that here. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, you're training. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just working out with clients. He said, no, we have you on camera. We've been watching you. And so I argued him up and down. I told him, I'm taking my membership back, this and the third.
Uh-huh.
So so that was a funny story that happened to me throughout that whole time. But yeah, I was kind of pushed into personal training. I didn't foresee this. I didn't aspire to be a personal trainer.
Yeah.
I just was doing it for my health, for my mental, and just to get me through the day.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I fell in love with it. I've always worked out, but not to the degree that I work out now.
Yeah.
And I've trained in the last year. I've seen a great amount of women, and I'm so blessed because for me to close my salon and just jump right into that don't happen.
Yeah.
Like how?
Yep. What's going on, Chef? How are you?
And I know you're not supposed to question like God, but I look like, why me?
Yeah.
So I feel like I was picked because I have a story to tell, and people love a story. They want to hear the truth. They don't want to like, oh, okay, she just popped up like that.
Yeah.
It didn't happen overnight.
It didn't happen like that. Yeah.
It did not happen overnight. It wasn't.
It started
easy.
off. It started off as something that you needed to do for yourself.
Therapeutic. Yeah.
It was therapeutic, and that's so important because like I haven't been consistent in working out, but when I was working out, I was doing CrossFitting. Shout out to my guy James and Blue.
Okay. Yes.
And I was going to their gym at like 6 a.m. And like once you get in the routine of working out consistently, it's like your body needs it.
Yes.
It's like if I don't go to the gym, my whole day is just thrown off.
Yeah, your mental was like, what is going on?
Yeah, like I would find whatever I need to do to make sure I would work out for that day. And the cool thing is back then they had like different classes. So they had like a 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m. Then they had like their all afternoons going into evening classes, that you could take. So, I mean, I think that's just very important. So the look lifestyle is like when you got into working out for yourself, right? And then you started, like, when did the name the look style, like, when did you decide to create the business?
Listen, I was all over the place. Like, I was trying to, like, throw my name in there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was losing sleep trying to figure out, but it all made sense. It was just like the look and just added the lifestyle.
The look, yeah, because it's already there.
Yes, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And the look is, that's your overall.
Yep.
Like when you look good, you feel good.
Yep.
You
feel good, you're going to do good.
Yeah, you're going to do good. It would be times like I would feel my fattest, but I'm about to go and get me some outfits and I'm about to be cute. So when I go to that gym and I zone out.
When did you get your, I know you said your first client was like a stay-at-home mom. Now, did your first client end up coming out, they reached out to you because did they see you on social media?
Everyone that I ever had, they reached out through social media
Wow.
or word of mouth.
Wow.
Yes. And I've seen over 100 women since, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Hold on. You train any men?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm not saying it like that, but I'm saying I'm not ready for that.
Got it.
I'm with my women and that's where I'm comfortable and that's where they are comfortable. A lot of women come to me because, they've had that experience with, men and some have been good,
I get it. Yeah, I understand. It's really just about, just staying professional at all times.
Yes. And for me, it's therapy for myself and therapy for them also.
Yeah.
So a lot of women, they feel insecure about, like they might have problem areas that, I've struggled with.
Yeah.
So, they look at where my journey, where I came from to where I am now, and it's just like, well, how can I do this, or how did you do this, or I'm not a dietitian, so I can't really tell you. All I can do is tell you, like I said before, what you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it. So it's like dedication. You have to be disciplined, dedicated, and you have to just want it. It's a lifestyle.
So let's and it is. So let's talk about that, like that, just the power of social media. Like, it's crazy. Well, with my business is kind of different. So I use no social media for my real estate business.
Okay.
I even have a business page for my real estate that I haven't seen it in years, honestly. But when it comes to that when it comes to being in fitness, obviously people want to see results.
Yes.
So they constantly see you, which is just like an indication, like, listen, this is who I am. This is what you're gonna get. You're killing it, by the way.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
So I can see how that works. So, like, do you also get referrals? Like, does your clients also refer people over?
So what I usually get, how I usually get clients from other clients is they post their before and afters. And so, I mean, it's the real recognizes the real.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to see it and you just like, I want a part of that. I want to be a part of that.
Yep.
And it's like you want to build your tribe.
Yeah.
It's all about building like a community where everybody trusts you.
Yeah.
And if you're consistent and people are seeing it and that's what they want.
Yeah. They
want the real. And the gym that I work at now, after I was put out, I was kicked out the other gym. I was kind of scared to go into like a business with. Well, I'm not in business with him, but I'm the only woman there.
Yeah.
So it was like a little different for me just working around men because I'm used to working around women all the time.
Yeah.
And but it's like a family gym.
Yeah.
And, everybody feels comfortable. We're a team, and I would love to get into like doing the boot camps and just doing community work, and I'm all about like inspiring to be like the best you can possibly
Most
be.
definitely.
I never thought that I would own a business. That was not my aspiration. I was a teen mom, and it was just work.
Yeah.
And but I knew, God had something higher for me.
That's
because
amazing. Yeah.
I am like a risk taker.
Yeah.
I am like, it's crazy because I had a friend that told me that, and when she said that, it was like, you really think that about me? In my little voice.
Yeah.
But I really am. Like I've done so many things, and like I said, it's not a failure. It's just like, okay, well, maybe I can come back to this.
Yeah.
I can come back to this. I can always come back to this.
Yeah.
And with the look lifestyle, I feel like it's feminine. Like it's something that I can tap into anything, And when I did when I got my LLC and all of that stuff or whatever, I made sure when I attached just wellness and anything woman, and and no one else can take my name. Like, you can't take my name because I attached it to so many things that surrounded around what I possibly will do.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. So you said that you were a teen mom, right? So if you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you had your first?
15, almost 16.
Wow, really?
Twins.
Twins?
Yes.
Wow. So at 16 years old, you had a set of twins?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And then from there, obviously, you went through life. So let's just talk about, like, that journey from being, when you got into entrepreneurship. How old were your children then? Because you said you started around when you were 30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so your kids is grown.
Everybody is grown. So now I can navigate through life however I want to. I can travel. I can do whatever it is that I need to, and know that they're set.
Yeah.
It's like a gift and a curse of having being a teen mom.
Yeah.
Because I kind of grew up with them, I started working at 16, and I never stopped. I moved out of my mom's home at 18.
Yeah.
I went back one time one time, and never looked back. I never had like any kind of assistance. It was like God knew, like, no, you gonna work. I'm gonna make you work. And I'm a Leo, so I'm tough. I'm a lion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't like no. So if you tell me no, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna, find a way. And so from as long as they can remember, I've never been a stay-at-home. This is the most downtime that I've ever had to live my life and just be, independent and on my own. Well, I'm married, but I've never had the opportunity to just with freedom.
Right.
Never had it. I've always been responsible for someone else. So that's why, it's so important for me to like have a business that, I love and, I can call it my baby. When I closed the salon, a lot of people ask me, was I sad or, how did I feel? No, because it's always something that I can go back to.
Right.
I can recreate. That's the best thing about being an entrepreneur. You can always recreate yourself. And, people will always remember what staple you had, on that business or, that trademark or whatever it is that you put out there.
You're dropping a lot of knowledge, Deneen. You're dropping a lot. Listen, you are giving away a lot of good gems. So what was the last? So what was your last job that you worked for somebody else? Your last 9-to-5 job? You remember?
Well, I'm gonna say when I worked for the stylist and I was on commission, I felt like I worked for her.
Yeah, and it's crazy because even though you were doing hair, but you were still kind of working for yourself.
Yeah.
But why did it feel like you were working for?
Because I still had to answer to her. I still had to go to meetings. I still had to go to classes, and so I was constantly answering, and it was just like, when I did decide to leave, it was almost like, don't get me wrong, she was a really good businesswoman. Yeah. She knew a lot. She had been in the game for a long time. Okay. And she gave us a lot of knowledge. Yeah. And it was a group of us. It was a great team. Yeah. And once everybody started going their own way, it was kind of like she was losing, control. Yeah. And it was almost like she didn't want that to happen. And kind of like, I don't want to say put like a bad name out there or, spill bad things, but it was almost like, if I have a staff and I gave you all the game, if I gave you everything, every tool that you need to be successful, go out there, get your own. I'm not the babysitter. I don't want to, I don't want to be I don't want to have control over your life. Yeah. And so I just, the way that I'm moving, the way that I'm learning things, I don't want anyone to have control over how I move and, dictate my next move or make me be think that I'm unsure if this is the right move, so I just never I don't want to work for no one. I need to be my own boss.
I know that's right. Hey, listen, be your own boss. I listen. It's crazy because it's not for everybody, but most people that I talk to who are entrepreneurs, they were the same way. Like even with my story, the last job when I was working is just that wasn't the last job, but it was a job I had where I was in the banking industry as a teller. And it was just like, and I liked my job, right? Yeah. It was cool. I mean, I was young. I didn't know what my future was going to hold, but it was just like when you're dealing with people who don't know how to manage people. Mm-hmm. So I was dealing with somebody who was just like very strict on certain things. And it was like, I was a good employee, but it was like you were just being an a-hole for no reason. Yes. And that kind of like pushed me to like not want to work for nobody. Where it was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my own thing. Yeah. And never look back. Yeah. So it's been going on 15 years for me. Yeah. You know.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it feels good. It feels good to be able to wake up and just have control over your life and just like, pour into whatever it is that, you see fit for yourself.
So out of everything you're doing, clearly the look lifestyle is like your baby. This is what you love to do. This is what you're passionate about right now.
I went from selling like maybe 5 bands to like waking up or whatever and that, like having like $1,000 and up and up and up in my bank account. Yeah. And it just like
Yeah. So let's talk about the branding. I see you got the coat on, the Look Lifestyle coat.
I brand everything.
Listen, hey, I know that's right, as you should, as you should. So what else did you got? What else do you have?
So these are the waist trainers.
And so they come in 3 different sizes.
No, I have them from extra small all the way up to 5X.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's really good for like posture. If you do a lot of cardio, I always tell my clients, wear this.
Yeah. So
wear
what
this.
what are the benefits to the waist trainer? You know, you said posture, but like
your posture.
What else?
It's gonna help contour that waist, snatch you in. You're gonna promote more sweat. It's gonna help those muscles or whatever, like contract those muscles. So it's a lot of benefits in it. Like I have a lot of nurses that wear them.
Okay.
Not only do they wear them to work out, but they wear them, just.
So that was gonna be my next question. Like, are waist trainers okay for people to wear like just during the day?
Just during the day.
Yeah.
So they have a binding in them, and it's kind of flexible.
Okay.
Some of them, like back in the day, like the older ones, it was so tough and so stiff, you can barely move. So that's one thing that my clients love. I have clients that's out of Ohio. I've done really well. I've been very blessed.
Hey man, that's good. Congratulations.
And then I have my booty bands.
Okay.
Now everybody wants a booty.
Everybody wants a booty. Okay. Booty's been in for a long time. I don't see booties going nowhere.
Booties ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
So it's a resistance band.
Yeah.
So you can use these to do cardio if it's jump squats, if it's just squats. I put these on if I'm using the Stairmaster. That's a really good one too.
Okay.
Lunges, like anything, like you can get down or whatever, and you can do a donkey kick.
Okay.
These are amazing.
Okay.
Yes. So
I
sell a lot of
men
these.
can wear these products too, or is this mainly
if they're
for
trying
women?
to build up, they definitely wear these too.
Yeah.
But I do have men that wear my waist trainers.
Okay.
Honestly, yes, truly, yes.
That's what's up. Now with the jacket I see you have on. Now, do you also is the clothing only for you? Or
no, the clothing is not for me or whatever. Like I have here, this is a set that I have. Usually I have like the 2-piece sets.
Okay.
And they're for women. I don't do any men.
So
apparel.
how do you market your apparel, like your accessories?
So I have a website, www.thelooklifestyle.com.
Okay, www. Let make sure the camera's on me, Dad. www.thelooklifestyle.com. All right, check it out. All right.
And then I wear them myself.
Yeah.
When you wear it yourself, your clients they want to know that it's real.
Yeah.
Also, my clients, whatever they are, my best sellers. Like I have people who size down. They'll start like in an extra large, and then within a matter of months, they're going down to like small, extra small. So they just keep coming back and they keep referring. And these aren't the only items that I carry. So I do have other like the sweatpants that help, like if you're trying to slim down on, your legs. So
Okay.
Yep.
So I just have a couple more questions before we wrap up and introduce the chef who's going to be chefing it up for today. One question is pertaining to business is like, have you thought about, I know this is fairly new business and you're killing it, but have you thought about like scaling? Like how would you scale your business? Because what's going to happen when you have all these clients that want training, you have all these people who are buying accessories, it's just you?
Yes. So that's another thing. I have an ebook for people, and I was pushing that for a while, but I didn't like. I made it myself, and I just needed someone else or whatever to come in and kind of like format it the way that I would want it to be perceived out there. So it was kind of something that I just threw together when we were on quarantine. And also, I'm getting a lot of people who are asking me, like even from out of state, if I would be willing to do like online. So it takes a team, you know. And I was doing all this by myself, even my brand and everything that you see. I went out and bought me a Cricut. I went out and bought me a heat press. I went out and brought my own bags. I don't have anybody do anything for me. Everything that you see is me.
Listen, a hustler, okay?
It's me.
Hustling, grinding,
and
yeah.
so it's like I have like a little den or a loft, and I everything it's packed, bags, boxes, and papers and invoices, and it's just me. I used to go in there and I would write in the customer's name, the address, and all of this until somebody said, "Why are you doing that?"
Right.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't have
all
any
a learning
help.
experience.
Yes,
though. You're learning. You learn through the process.
Yes. So I'm constantly. I got bags. I'm dumping stuff or whatever inside, like at the post office, late night, trying to fulfill orders. It's a lot of work.
But then you're training too, still.
And still training.
Yeah.
And I was still in the salon, so I was doing all this stuff by myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, this better work. But you know, I'm blessed, and you know, I'm happy that I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
That's good, and that's what's most important.
That's the most important thing. When you're doing something that you're passionate about and you happy. I loved hair. Don't get me wrong, but I wasn't in love with hair. I wasn't in love with it.
Yeah.
I wasn't in love, and maybe it was because like. You know, everybody wants to be independent. And so even though I had those wonderful women working for me, I feel like that they wanted to branch out on their own. And so it's hard to find like a really good team, a loyal team. And when they start to break away, you got to let them go. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to let them go. And so for me, it's like this fitness, whatever I turn it into, beyond just like, you know, because I want to travel. You know, I want to travel. I've been to Houston. I met some really great people in Houston, and you know, they're big on fitness. They're really big on fitness.
And you're just building those relationships.
Atlanta,
relationship is key.
Yeah, I've been to Atlanta to one of their amazing gyms. So it's like the sky's the limit.
That's
you
what's
know,
up.
it's
I know
like
that's right.
it's like no ceilings.
No ceilings. No ceilings. That's what's up.
Like no ceilings.
So I guess one of the last questions I want to, it's actually two questions real quick. One question I want to ask you is like just Cleveland. Like, so how do you feel, I ask this to every guest, how do you feel just about the city of Cleveland in a whole right now? It's just like all the entrepreneurships, all the great things going on with your business. Has Cleveland always been like your, you know, your baby, and do you see yourself continuing doing business in Cleveland, or do you see yourself like, I know you say like doing stuff elsewhere, other places, but like, how do you feel about Cleveland overall?
Well, I was born and raised here, so it's like this is definitely home. I have a small family. My dad's deceased. My mom, she's still here. My children are here. So you know, my mom is what keeps me here, honestly. So until, this will be home. As far as entrepreneurship here, I mean, it's great. Like, like I said, I've been blessed. I've been blessed to close down one business and tap into another one and just be successful. So as long as Cleveland is blessing me, this is home. But I wouldn't be opposed to having a second home.
I know, that's right. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
I need some heat.
Yes,
I'm a summer baby, so
same here.
Yeah,
same
so definitely, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So last question is, so we are about to have lunch, right? But I know in fitness they say that being in shape is like 80% diet, 20% working out, right?
Yep.
So like, talk a little bit about that, like as far as about what you put into your body on a consistent basis. Of course, you have your cheat meals and all that stuff, but like, how important is it to see results, or how fast do you see results when you have a healthier diet versus working out every day and then eating whatever you want?
No, that's not possible.
It's not going to work.
That's not possible.
Yeah.
So, like you said, the diet is going to be 80%. Workout is going to be 20. I always tell my clients water. Like I got a gallon of water in my car right now. I carry a gallon of water with me. So I cut out, all like carbs. I cut out what else? Dairy. So you want to cut out that, and it just depends. Like for my clients who are trying to gain weight, you want to have a high carb diet.
Yeah.
You want to have a high carb diet. And I have a lot of ones that's like really small, and they're really trying to, build muscle. So carbs and protein especially. For my clients or whatever who are trying to lose weight, like you need to be on a low carb, like no dairy, no carbs. And I know everybody, you're human, we're not robots.
Right.
So if you're going to do it, whatever you do, I just say do it in moderation. Don't just go to the
extreme and just cut everything off like that.
You just can't.
And
for me, when I jumpstart something, I'll do a detox. I would do a juice.
I just got off a 5-day juice fast.
Yes, I would do that, and I would see great results from that. So it's all about the individual. It's all about the mindset, and if you have a clear mindset going into whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, that's where you receive your results from. Just thinking positive and just putting into it whatever you think that you're going to get out of it. And if you're going in there and you're not being you can't lie to me. You can't come into the gym and tell me, oh, I've just been doing this and I've just been doing this, but the scale is steadily going up. And you looking at me like, ma'am, what do you want? I can't control your mouth.
Exactly.
I'm in here, so let's get this. So with my clients, what I do is I give them a meal plan. Or options. I'm gonna say I'll give them options of like healthy choices, healthy snacks. And then I'll give them a sheet where you're accountable for writing down everything that you put in your mouth,
Good.
Monday through Sunday or Sunday through whatever. And you bring that back. We weigh you in, and it's not a weekly weigh-in, but it's more so like a monthly weigh-in and a measurement, and just see like where you are and things like that. Not to make you feel bad, but hold you accountable. And it's about accountability, and that's with life, with whatever you do. Well,
that's what's up. Well, Deneen, it was great having you for episode 9. Thank you again for being a guest. As you know, with my show, each guest always gets lunch. So today, for the first time, I brought in Chef Jared Mines, amazing chef. I reached out. A lot of people had tagged me on Instagram about this guy, so I'm really excited to see his food. He has a lot of new things coming up, restaurants opening, and he's just doing his thing. So I'm excited to see what he brought today, and we're gonna sit down. We're gonna have lunch and talk a little more.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
All right. So right there. So we got a little like potato, corn, poblano like chowder. Somebody just threw together on the fly. It's not like a soupy chowder, but you got that creaminess to it with the scallops. And I did a butter poached lobster tail. So try and hit it light, get you through the day. I know you into health like that, so we don't want to carb you up. We don't want to carb you up and then like that. Got you some potatoes in there, so you a little so let me know how this is. Right?
Thank you. This is amazing.
You're welcome.